From Louisiana's home team, this is Fox 8 News at 5:30 p.m.
Their 9 games in are 6-3 and sit atop the NFC South standings. Yes, the Saints are in good shape, but no, they are not comfortable in any way because they know November is the time to separate from the rest of the pack. They've done it in years past. Dating back to the 2009 season, the Saints are 9-0 in the month of November. Coach Sean Payton said today, winning during that month is crucial to any successful season.
Our players understand that this month, the month of November and the divisional games and purposely, I think you've seen the league schedule more of these division games later in the schedule, and I think it's been great for the fans and for everyone following the game. But playing well in this month, the month of November and December, is very important.
If you watched Saturday night's game between LSU and Alabama, you now know without question LSU is the #1 team in college football with a dominant defense and special teams. As for their offense, specifically at quarterback, well, that left a lot to be desired. For the first time this season, LSU relied on Jordan Jefferson under center and not Jarrett Lee. JJ had his most playing time by far this season, and Lee only threw the ball 7 times, with 2 of those being intercepted by the Tide. So, could this mean a permanent change at the quarterback position?
Felt like that George Jefferson came in and gave us a comfortable head in a game that was very, very close. Pulled it down, got us a first down or 2, and to me managed the game from that spot well. We have 2 quarterbacks that have contributed significantly to the success of this season. I think that'll continue. I haven't given really a lot of thought to it. Again, I think we will need to, and I think we'll go forward, not really making any real determinations at this point.
Their November 19th clash in Oxford will be the last time LSU will play an Ole Miss team led by head coach Houston Nutt. Nutt will resign at the end of this season. He's been with the Rebels for now 4 seasons, but has lost 12 straight games in the conference. LSU announced today that game will be televised on ESPN at 6 p.m. The Tigers are just 1-2 the last 3 meetings against the Rebels. Got to close out strong here and get to that BCS. Got to close out strong. Ole Miss always plays LSU tough.
It was a confidence booster
it's not over yet,
wasn't it?
It's not over yet.
Right. Thanks, Sean.
From Louisiana's home team, this is Fox 8 News at 10 p.m.
We begin with breaking news in the sports world. Former heavyweight champ Joe Frazier has died. Frazier has been battling liver cancer and was in hospice care. Frazier was best known for his rivalry with Muhammad Ali and won the heavyweight title from him back in 1970. Smoking Joe was 67 years old. The Saints' 27-16 victory over Tampa Bay Sunday was solid, sound, and convincing, but it was far from perfect in all phases. And according to Coach Sean Payton, that included the officiating. Payton said today, the crew that worked Sunday's game overall did a good job, but there were a few flags he thought were questionable, including this holding call on Devery Henderson that negated a Darren Sproles touchdown. Payton clearly disagreed with the flag, although he was diplomatic in his displeasure.
I probably can't be as candid as I'd like. Look, I think overall the crew worked their tail off and did a good job, and yet there's some calls that don't go your way. The one that was disappointing was at the very end where Devery does a great job. I mean, I think a textbook job of really blocking on the perimeter. He's probably our best blocker as a receiver, and springs Darren for what's going to be our last play on offense, and it comes back.
A great weekend for local sports, both LSU and the Saints with huge victories. The Saints sit atop the NFC South while the Tigers sit atop college football. Their success earned them a few game balls. For the Saints, they're going with the entire offensive line, coming off arguably their worst game ever under Sean Payton against the Rams. Payton challenged his team to be more physical. This group took it to heart. The Saints O-line dominated at the point of attack and gashed the Bucs defense for a season-high 7 yards a carry. And all the Saints rushed for 195 yards. For the Tigers, how about punter Brad Wing? In an ultra-tight contest with two evenly matched teams, Wing's effort, in my opinion, was the difference. He rocked this 74-yard punt with his team pinned back deep in their own territory. That reversed field position late in the game. He also hit 4 punts inside the 20-yard line, including 2 inside the 5-yard line. Great game for the Australian native. Great game for LSU. Great game for the Saints. Great weekend for sports.
Fun weekend.
Really was.
All right, thanks, Sean. That's the news. Thanks for watching.
Our next newscast starts at 5 a.m. Have a good night.
Fox 8 is proudly locally owned.